one of the situations where, you know, you're sitting there and all of a sudden I realized that for 10 minutes, all of the advisors were talking to the male client. And I felt like I was invisible or something like that. And it's little things that you wouldn't really think about. You think, well, he's a business owner and this is, you know, the spouse of the client or something, but you really kind of feel what the client goes through. Yeah, and that I have a lot of value and I have things that I want to bring to the table, and so I thought role-playing is just, it gives you such a different perspective of the client experience.
When we first sit down and look at that case study, whether it's Molly or Mary, you know, and you know, my first thought is, but it's bringing the group together that really starts gelling the ideas, start coming out of how we can, in fact, help that person or that family.
Yeah, I mean, the case is really just a series of facts that aren't necessarily connected to each other. They're just somebody's life. Yep. And they go in different directions, and they're always different. And you first sit down, there's a moment where you look and say, what am I going to do with this? And that process starts from discussing it and seeing different viewpoints from other people.
We each come at it from a different direction.
It's true.
From our prior experience, our lives ourselves. So yeah, when you start getting that all gelling together is when you really start to see a plan that works.
That's a whole nother level of expertise, and that's something that only that I found in Laureate. Is that kind of education of how to make these techniques work for a client family.
Right, because it shows you how not only to understand the techniques and the technical aspects of what you need to do to get the technique in place, but how to explain it to a client in a way that isn't completely esoteric and just above their head, or even just being able to communicate the value of what that technique would bring to them, I think, as opposed to all the different specifics.
Well, you brought up a wonderful point, and that is, you know, we're all required to have some continuing education. And we go to these courses and someone will stand up and they'll deliver a set rote speech to us, and then if we have a question they say, well, here's my card, you can call me later. The beauty of Laureate is we get to, through the case studies, to role model how we want to present something to our clients. What tools, as you say, some we may never have seen before that we suddenly realize can be of value to us and to our clients.